If the reaction is reversed, I can write here B gives rise to A. For this equilibrium constant is 1 by Kc. This is the first formula. When you reverse any equilibrium reaction, the new K becomes reciprocal of the initial equilibrium constant. Second one is, if you multiply with any one number equilibrium constant, the new equilibrium constant is power of equilibrium constant. Means we write that number in the power. Okay, if you multiply with 2, we write it in square. If you multiply with 1 by 2, we write in root. So last one, whenever we add the two equations, A gives rise to B. For this equilibrium constant is K1. And B gives rise to C. For this equilibrium constant K2. Whenever we add any two equations, to get the required equation, which is third equation, the overall is equilibrium constant. The new equilibrium constant for this reaction will be the product of the equilibrium constants. Okay, so these are the three different formulas. Now let us solve problems based on this. Write down. So first problem. First one, the equilibrium constant Kc for the reaction, the equilibrium constant Kc for the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 is 2 into 10 power minus 2. What is the value of Kc for? What is the value of Kc for 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. So find out the answer for this. Yes, correct, Prajwal. You see, so equation is given. This is the equation. N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. For this, Kc is given 2 into 10 power minus 2. So from this equation, how do we get this equation? So whenever this equation is reversed, when you reverse this equation, you will get this equation. So I'll reverse this. On reversing the equation, that is 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. The new Kc becomes reciprocal of the initial Kc. Suppose let us take Kc dash for this. This, because whenever you reverse the equation, the equilibrium constant becomes reciprocal. So it becomes 0.5 into 10 square, that is 50. Okay. So next problem. The equilibrium constant Kc for the reaction. I will change the equation. Did you complete this? Did you write the problem? Problem, I have written the problem. So I replace the problem. The equilibrium constant for the reaction SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to 2SO3 is 5 into 10 power minus 2 atm. 5 into 10 power minus 2 atm. What is the equilibrium value of Kc for? What is the value of Kc for 2SO3? Sorry, SO2 plus half O2 gives SO3. That's it. Not 2. SO2 plus half O2 gives SO3. The new equilibrium constant for 2SO3 gives rise to 2SO2 plus O2. Find out the answer for this. into 25 10 power minus 4. No. Yes, wrong. Check it once. So we don't get this equation from this in directly one step. We had to do two steps. I mean, first we had to do reverse. You see, SO2 plus half O2 SO3. Here it is 2 SO3 is there. Here SO3 right side is there. Here SO3 left side is there. So first what we had to do? Reverse the equation. So once we reverse the equation, so I'll solve this. Given equation is SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to SO3. The Kc for this is 5 into 10 power minus 2 atm. Yes, 400 correct. Prajwal. 400 is correct. Now, what we have to do, we need this equation. This is our required equation. From this, we need to get this. So first what we'll do, I'll reverse the equation. On reversing the equation, so what I'll get, SO3 gives rise to SO2 plus half O2. On reversing, the new equilibrium constant is reciprocal for this, 5 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, but if I reverse the equation, I don't get the required equation. Still I had 2 here, here 2, here 1, but here 1 half. So how do we get this equation from this? On multiplying with 2. So on multiplying with 2, so if you multiply 2SO3 gives rise to 2SO2 plus O2. Now I'll get required equation for this. So when you multiply with 2, the new equilibrium constant value we write in power. If you multiply with 2, we write in the power, right? So simplify this, 1 by 2, 0.2 into 10 power with 10 square whole square. So if we simplify this, we'll get 0.04 into 10 power 4. 0.04 into 10 power 4, then nothing but 400. Understood? Okay, next problem. Write the next problem. Kc values respectively for the reactions H2SO3 gives rise to H plus HSO3 minus, and HSO3 minus gives rise to H plus SO3 minus 2, or 2 into 10 power minus 2 mole per liter and 6 into 10 power minus 8 mole per liter, I mean capital M. Calculate Kc for the reaction. Calculate Kc for the reaction. H2SO3 gives rise to 2H plus SO3 minus 2. So calculate this. This is also a simple problem. It is given, one equation is given, H2SO3 gives rise to H plus HSO3 minus. Second equation also given, HSO3 minus gives rise to H plus SO3 minus 2. Their Kc values are given. Two equations for two Kc values are given. We have to find out Kc for this equation. This is our required equation. Yes, 12 into 10 power minus 10. 12 into 10 power minus 10 you will get, not 8. Okay, you see. So based on the two equations, based on these two equations, we have to get this required equation. Okay, you see. So first, given equations are H2SO3 gives rise to H plus HSO3 minus. For this, Kc is 2 into 10 power minus 2m. Right? Second equation is HSO3 minus gives rise to H plus SO3 minus. For this, let us take K1, this is K2, and 6 into 10 power minus 8m. Okay. So by using this equation, how do we get this equation? Here you can see H2SO3, 2H plus SO3 minus 2. I need two hydrogens. If I add the two equations, I'll get two hydrogens here. Okay. And here H2SO3 is here. So I need to cancel these two. If I add these two equations, these two gets cancelled. These two gets cancelled, I get required equation this. So I'll add the two equations. When I add this, these two gets cancelled. Remaining is H2SO3 gives rise to 2H plus SO3 minus 2. So I told you, whenever two equations are added to get third equation, the resulting equation will be, equilibrium constant is product of the two equilibrium constant, K1 into K2. So multiply this, 2 into 10 power minus 2 into 6 into 10 power minus 8. You will get 12 into 10 power minus 10. So we have solved this type of problems in thermochemistry. In same thermochemical equations also we do like this. We add the two equations, we multiply with number. Okay. So by doing these many simple operations and all, we get the required equation. Delta G values, delta H values will keep on changes. Same like that, we solve the problems in equilibrium also. Okay. So based on this, two problems are given recently in JEE main examination. I will write those problems. You try to find the answer for them. Is it over? Did you complete the problem? This one at least. Problem. Okay. So now I'll write another problem. Simple only. You try to find out the answer. This is JEE main 2019 problem. Write down. Consider the following reversible chemical reactions. The following reversible chemical reactions. Chemical reactions. First one is A2 gas plus B2 gas are converted into 2AB gas. For this equilibrium constant is K1. For this equation, equilibrium constant is K1. Second equation 6AB gives rise to 3A2 gas. This is also gas. Plus 3B2 gas is K2. For two equations, two equilibrium constants are given. The relation between K1 and K2 is yes, K2 is equal to K1 inverse minus 3. Okay. So find the answer. So for this, I'll write the options also. First option is K2 is equal to K1 cube. Second option is K2 is equal to K1 minus 3. Third option K1 K2 is equal to 3. Fourth option K1 K2 is equal to 1 by 3. Yes, option 2 correct. You see, so first equation is A2 gas plus B2 gas convert into 2AB gas. So for this K1, from this equation, how do you get this equation? You see, here 2AB is there, here 6AB is there. So first we have to reverse the equation. So on reversing the equation, so we get 2AB convert into A2 plus B2. So once you reverse, the value becomes 1 by K1. Value becomes 1 by K1. And we are getting 6AB, here only 2AB. So again we have to multiply with 3. When you multiply with 3, to just 6AB, 3A2, 3B2. The same equation I'll get. Okay. So that's why multiplying with the 3, I'll get 6AB convert into 3A2 plus 3B2. So this equation, what after multiplying with 3, the equilibrium constant is what here for this equation? K2. K2 is equal to 1 by K1 whole cube because we are multiplying with 3. So this if you simplify, we will get K2 is equal to K1 power minus 3. Okay, I'll write. Let all of them write. Let me complete all of you. So next one is, I'll erase the problem. Okay, did you write the problem? Video is stuck. Are you not getting video? Okay, okay. So I'll erase the problem. You see, this is also previous year problem. For the following reactions, equilibrium constants are given. Equilibrium constants are given. S plus O2 gives rise to SO2. For this, K1 is equal to 10 power 52. 10 power 52. Two S plus 3O2 gas convert into 2SO3 gas. K2 is equal to 10 power 129. The equilibrium constant for the reaction is so that is 2SO2 we have to find out equilibrium constant for this. 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas gives rise to 2SO3 gas. So this is required equation. Okay, so there are two equations are given. From these two equations, we have to find out equilibrium constant for this. You see, there is 2SO2 O2. SO2 O2 are in the left side here, but here SO2 in the right side. Okay, this equation we have to make it reverse. If I reverse this, I'll get SO2 left side. Okay, first what I'll do, on reversing the first equation, let us take equation 1, equation 2. On reversing equation 1, if I reverse the equation, what I will get? SO2 gas convert into S solid plus O2 gas. So for this equilibrium constant is 1 by 10 power 52. Okay, you see. So we are getting 1 by 10 power 52. Next is what we have 2 here. 2SO2 plus O2. But I don't have here left side O2 is there. So this equation I multiply with I'll add the two equations now and multiply with 1 by 2. On multiplying equation 2 with 1 by 2. Second equation you multiply with 1 by 2. So what I'll get here? S plus 3 by 2 O2. 1 minute. Yes, correct only. So I'll get here SO3. No, I should not multiply with the 2. And this I should multiply with the 2. Okay. So and reverse the equation 1 and multiply with the 2. So this you multiply 2O2. Okay. So first equation I'm doing. So once again listen. First equation S plus O2 SO2. In required equation I have 2 SO2. So I'm multiplying, reversing and multiplying. Reverse first I'll do SO2 plus S plus O2. Again I'm multiplying with 2 because in required equation I have 2 SO2. Okay. So 2 SO2 gives rise to 2S plus 2O2. So once you reverse, you'll get 10 power 52. If you multiply with 2, I'll write in square. Next, second equation write as it is. Second equation I write it 2S plus 3O2 gives rise to 2SO3. So for this equilibrium constant 10 power 129. This is K1 and this is K2. Okay. Is it clear? Now add the two equations finally. If you add 2s, 2s gets cancelled. 2SO2 plus 3O2 minus 2O2. If you subtract 3O2 minus 2O2, what we get? O2 gives rise to 2SO3. The equilibrium constant is K1 into K2. That is 1 by 10 power 52 whole square into 10 power 129. Okay. So what you will get? 10 power 25. Yes. Simplify this, you will get 10 power 52 whole square means 10 power 104 you will get. Is it clear this problem? I'll explain once again, listen. So this is the given problem. Two equations are given. For two equations, by using two equations, we have to find out the equilibrium constant for third equation. So in third equation, we have 2SO2. Here in the first equation, we have SO2. So I'll reverse this and multiply with 2. So reverse, if I do SO2 and multiply 2, we'll get 2S plus 2O2. If it reverts, this becomes 1 by 10 power 52. If you multiply with 2, I write in power. So 1 by 10 power 52 square. And second equation I'm writing as it is. I'm not doing any change for second equation. 2S plus 3O2, 2SO3. K2 also I'm writing as it is, 10 power 129. Now I'm adding the two equations. If I add the two equations, these two gets cancelled. I'll get 2SO2, 3O2, 3O2, 2O2. Here I had to subtract 3O2, 2O2. I'll get 1O2, 2SO3. So resulting in the equilibrium constant is I multiply these two. If I add the two equations, the resulting equation is product of two equilibrium constants. So 10 power 52 whole square into 10 power 129. If you solve, you will get 10 power 25. Is it clear? Okay. So this simplification I'll do here. So new Kc is equal to I written there K1 into K2. That is 10 power 52 whole square into 10 power 129. So I'll write here 10 power 129 minus 104. I'll get 10 power 25 is the answer. Okay. Completed. Next problem. So next problem, right? Determine the Kc for the reaction. Kc for the reaction 1/2 N2 plus 1/2 O2 gives rise to NOBr. NOBr from the following data. From the following data at 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin. That is 2NO gives rise to N2 plus O2. That is the equation number 1. It is for this equilibrium constant is 4 into 10 power 30. Second equation is NO plus half Br2 gives rise to NOBr. For this equilibrium constant is 1.4. This is K1. Let us take K1. This is K2. Okay. So find out the Kc for this. By using these two equations, you find out the Kc for this equation. This is our required equation. Okay. Br2 is not there. Oh, sorry. Here 1/2 Br is there. Sorry, one correction here. NO plus half. This equation is 1/2 N2. 1/2 N2 plus 1/2 O2 1/2 Br2 gives rise to NOBr. This is the equation. 7 into 10 power minus 14. Yes, correct. Minus 14 or minus 16? Minus 16. Yes. You see. So this is the given problem. Yes, 0.7 into 10 power minus 15 is correct. You see, this is our required equation. Half N2 plus half O2, half Br2 combined, it can form NOBr. So we have to use these two equations. So here, if you observe, NO, 2NO gives rise to N2 plus O2. But I need N2 O2 in the left side, in reactant side. So what should I do? I should reverse the equation. If I reverse alone, I won't get half N2, half O2. Reverse I had to do, and again I had to multiply with 1/2. So for equation, on reversing the equation 1, on reversing equation 1, and again multiply with 1/2. Reverse the equation and multiply with 1/2. So what happens here? First equation, reverse N2 plus O2 gives rise to 2NO. Again, if I multiply with 1/2, half N 1/2, half N2, half O2, here NO. So new equation K1, After reversing, the value become reciprocal. 1 by 4 into 10 power 30. If I multiply with 1 by 2, this becomes whole power 1 by 2, nothing but root. And second equation, write as it is. Don't do any changes because I need half Br2 the reactant side. Here also I have half Br2. I don't do any change for this. So as it is, write second equation. So that is NO plus half Br2 gives rise to N2 plus O2. Sorry, NOBr. So this equation number K2 is 1.4. Now add the two equations. Now you add the two equations. Once you add, what will be the equation? So NO gets cancelled. Resulting equation is what? Half N2, half O2, half Br2. So these are the reactant side, right? After cancelling NO remaining is half N2, half O2, half Br2. Right side we have only one molecule, that is NOBr. So for this, Kc is equal to K1 into K2. So if you simplify that, Kc is equal to K1 into K2. K1 is 1 by root of 4 into 10 power 30 into K2 is 1.4. So root 4 means 2, root 10 power 13 means 10 power 15. I write it here 1 by 2 into 10 power 1.4 into 10 power minus 50. So this I will get 0.7 into 10 power minus 50. Okay. Okay. Rajwal, you asked me one question yesterday. That question I'll tell you. I'll write the solution. I'll send you on WhatsApp. Okay. Completed. So problems are very important. The relation between equilibrium constants and mode of writing equations. Okay. Whenever you change the reactions, equilibrium constant will keep on changes. Okay. Next concept to write down. Next concept, applications of equilibrium constant. Is it over? I'll have written this problem. Okay. Write down applications of equilibrium constant. Applications of equilibrium constant. So equilibrium constant, the numerical value of Kc explains that numerical value of Kc helps us to, there are two main applications: predicting the extent of reaction. Second one is predicting the direction of reaction. Okay, actually whenever you see any equilibrium reaction, we have Kc value, Kc or Kp, whatever it may, equilibrium constant will have. That equilibrium constant having one numerical value. That numerical value is helpful to find out main two applications. One is extent of reaction. Extent of reaction means we can predict how much reactant is converted into product. Okay, we can able to predict how much reactant, how much concentration of reactant is converted into product, or how much a product has been formed from the reactants. We can be able to predict by using the numerical value of Kc. Or another application, direction of reaction. Reversible reactions, actually we able to identify the equilibrium in reversible reactions. It is having forward reaction as well as backward reaction. By using the numerical value of Kc, we can able to easily identify or predict the direction, in which direction reaction is going, forward direction or backward direction. So this direction we can able to easily identify by using the numerical value of Kc. Okay, let us discuss about these two. First one you write down, predicting the extent of reaction. Predicting the extent of reaction. Okay, you see. So how to predict the extent of reaction? Here is see, numerical value of Kc will help us to predict the extent of reaction. Here I'll take an exact number based on the numerical value of Kc. If Kc value greater than 10 cube, if Kc value greater than 10 cube, more than 1000, if Kc value, in that case the products are predominant then or over the reactants, then the reactants. Okay, see general reaction already here. If I take any reaction, A plus B gives rise to C plus D. If I take this reaction, okay, for this reversible reaction, how to write Kc? Kc is concentration of products by concentration of reactants. Here, if you observe for this reversible reaction, Kc value is directly proportional to product concentration. Kc is directly proportional to product concentration. If Kc value is more, product concentration is more. If Kc value is more, product concentration is more. That point I written. If Kc value is more than 10 cube, products are predominant over the reactants. Comparing reactants, the products are more in concentration if Kc value is more. If Kc value is very large, extremely large, then products are almost formed from the reactants. So we can say that reaction is almost completed. We can say that reaction is almost completed when Kc value is extremely large. So I write it one point here. If Kc value is extremely large, then reaction is almost completed. Reaction is almost completed. Okay, so let us discuss some examples about this for clarity. Is it audible? 1 minute, editing. Voice, is it audible voice? Okay. Okay, ma. See, so here I will take a few examples here. H2 plus O2 gives rise to 2H2O. The Kc value for this is 2.4 into 10 power 47. Kc value 2.4 in 10 power 47. Another reaction right here, H2 plus Br2 convert into 2HBr. For this Kc value is 5 into 5.2 into 10 power 4. So from these two, what we can understand, there are two reactions are there. For H2 plus Br2 to HBr, 5.2 10 power 4. 10 power 4 means more than 10 cube. Of course, 10 power 47 also more than 10 cube. But this 10 power 4 is just beyond the 10 cube. So from this, what for this equation, what I can say, products are predominant than the reactants. So for this reaction, what I can write, HBr concentration will be more than H2 and Br2 concentration. For this reaction, what I can write, HBr concentration will be more comparing to H2 and Br2 concentration, because this is just above the 10 cube. But here you see, more than 10 cube, this value is extremely large. So here I told you Kc value is extremely large, then reaction is almost completed. Reaction is almost completed meaning is what? H2 and O2 are combined, it can form completely H2. Once H2 is completely formed from H2 and O2, there is no reactant concentration there, completely H2O concentration. Now it is audible. Is it audible now? Okay. Understood? If Kc value is extremely large, this value we can write this is extremely large value, 10 power 47. Extremely large. So extremely large value of Kc explains that reaction is almost completed. But here, whenever Kc is just beyond the 10 cube, we can say that products are more concentration than reactants. Right? This value point. Completed. Okay. So next point. You see, I told you Kc is directly proportional to product concentration. When Kc value is more, products are more. If Kc value is more, product to more means, what about reactants? Reactants are less. So I'll write now reverse point. If Kc value is less, products are less, but reactants are more. If Kc value is less, products are less, but reactant concentration is more. So I write that point, that is, if Kc value less than 10 power minus 3, then reactants are predominant. Then products. Reactants are more concentration comparing to products. If Kc value is extremely small means 10 power minus 20, 10 power minus 30, 10 power minus 40. Extremely large, what we can write? That reaction, if Kc value is very, very small, what I can write? Products are very, very small concentration, reactants are more. When reactants are just as it is like that, they are not going to convert into products. When Kc value is extremely small, when Kc value is very, very small, reactant concentration are extremely high. When reactants are extremely high, that reactant concentration is not going to convert into the product to formation. Reaction will not be proceed. So I write it here. Then reaction will not be proceed. Then reaction is rarely to proceed. Okay, mean reaction will not be, reactants is not going to convert into product formation. Reactants are as it is, they are not going to convert into products. Okay, so examples, let us discuss a few examples here. I'll write this reactions. Example, N2 plus O2 gives rise to 2NO. So for this, Kc is 4.8 into 10 power minus 31. So for this, what we can say? N2 or O2 are combined, it can form 2NO. Kc value is 10 power minus 31. Do you think that really N2 and O2 can combine it and can form NO in this reaction? No. N2O2 will not proceed into the NO formation because Kc value is extremely small. When reaction is Kc value extremely small, reaction rarely to proceed. Means this reaction will not be going to convert into NO. So I can write here N2 and O2 cannot convert into NO easily. Means reaction rarely proceed. N2 cannot convert into NO. Okay, NO is a product name. Okay. So if it is PCl5 is converted into PCl3 plus Cl2. For this Kc value is 3.24 into 10 power minus 8. So for this, what I can write for this Kc value? 10 power less than 10 power minus 3. This is not extremely small value. So I can write here PCl5 concentration is more than PCl3 and Cl2 concentration. Okay. Yes, reactants are more. I'll write here. So for this, PCl5 concentration is more than PCl3 and Cl2. Completed. This is second point. So second point is, sir, third point. If Kc value in between 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. When Kc value is more than 10 power minus 3 but less than 10 cube, in that case, appreciable concentrations of reactants and products are present. Okay, so neither will be greater. Reactants will not be greater than products. Products will not be greater than reactants. Both are having appreciable concentrations whenever Kc in between these two. Okay, that's why written. Appreciable means a measurable concentration, which is a limited concentrations of reactants and products are present whenever Kc in between these two. And last point is, if Kc is equal to 1, if Kc is exactly 1, then reaction is at equilibrium. Reaction is at equilibrium. From NCERT, we don't have much problems so far. So whatever concepts we covered, up to that we don't have much problems, solved problems. But we can solve NCERT exercises. You solve NCERT exercises. So these are very good problems. If you solve these NCERT exercises, after the end of the chapter, you will find exercises. If you solve this NCERT exercise, you feel that you learn something. Okay, you feel more happy after solving this, because these NCERT problems are very interesting problems. You can solve easily after listening all these concepts. Okay. Question numbers. I'll tell you. Wait. So NCERT exercise question numbers you can write. Question number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We can solve 11 also. 11 also a good problem. And that's it. Up to 11 you can solve. Okay. So we covered the concepts up to these problems. 1 to 11 you can solve. Okay. You solve these problems. If you have any doubt, you can send to my number. Okay. Okay. So thanks for listening. So enough for today.
Yeah.
I'll continue next.
Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.